Question 7. Make R the subject of the following formula. So we've got a pretty tricky one here. We've got more than one term in our rearranging, and we've also got that big square root. This big square root, its bark is worse than its bite, because basically if you've ever got a problem that involves a giant square root or whatever like that, the first step is in getting rid of that, and we get rid of that by squaring both sides, because squaring is the opposite of square rooting. That will then give us an m squared, and everything that was under the root I just rewrite like so. So that's the first problem dealt with. Second problem dealt with is the letter that we're trying to make the subject as part of a fraction. It's part of the bottom of a fraction. We do not want that at all. You never want your letters on the bottom of a fraction if you're trying to figure them out, whether or not that's an equation or rearranging. So we times both sides by 5r. That's then going to give me a 5m squared r equals 6a plus r, because all that happens on the right is that fraction disappears. Two problems dealt with. Now we have our third problem. We're trying to get r on its own, but right now they're on other sides of the equal sign, so we need to rearrange it so that they're on the same side. It doesn't matter which side you choose to do this on, but given that the 6a is on the right hand side, it makes sense to me to put all of the r's on the left hand side. So I'm going to take away an r from both sides, which is what I will need to do to make this plus r disappear. Of course, these two don't mix together, so I just write them out as 5m squared r, take away r, equals 6a. I cannot mix these together because there's this other variable in the mix. If that was just 5r, take away 1r, then I can mix them to get 4r, but that m squared spoils the party. And this gives us the last problem. The fact is that we have two r variables, but we only want one in terms of making it the subject, and these two terms do not mix. Therefore, I have to take r out as a common factor and let the stuff that doesn't mix sit together in a bracket. So 5m squared, take away a 1, it's going to sit in the bracket like that. And now I have the ability to get r on its own, because r is being multiplied by this bracket, which means if I divide both sides by 5m squared minus 1, I can get r on its own, and therefore I'll have made it the subject. So r is 6a all over 5m squared minus 1. Done.